My camera's not catching all this mess on my table, is it? The cleaner's been off this week with coronavirus.
Good afternoon. What is your name, your age, your home and your profession?
Matt Williams, 52. What's the order?
Home? What do
Derby.
you... Derby. And your profession, as if nobody knew.
GRP guy.
GRP guy. Question 1. We're going to have to change this round because this is primarily for koi keepers. So this is going to be changed for fiberglasses. How many years have you been a fiberglasser?
Since God was a lad.
Since God was a lad, so it's quite some time.
First fiberglass to pond must have been... Although it wasn't. It was part of my other pond thing before I learned it as a skill.
Okay.
Cool. 35 years ago.
35 years. So there's a good chance you know a little bit about fiberglass then.
That's debatable.
What is the largest pond you have ever fiberglassed? Right. I guess you're going to show me this one. Right. So the biggest pond that you fiberglass, Matt? I think that's a decent size, if you ask me.
Come on, kid. Come on, you. Let's get what James Bond on it. Look.
Question 3. Out of all the ponds you've ever fiberglassed, has there been one pond in particular that you would like in your own garden?
Ooh, that garden ain't big enough, look at it. Not really, because I don't always see what the outcome of them looks like.
Oh, I think I'd want
But if
to
there
know.
was, there would be a particular thing. It would have to have a couple of windows in, you know, from
Right.
each aspect of looking at it.
Yeah, at least
But
2 windows.
If a customer's specific pond, it's almost impossible to answer because of the site. I mean, most people's ponds are bigger than that garden, aren't they?
Right.
So what?
So let's say that garden was no issue. And all you have to do is say the name of the town or city that you went to and did a pond and you thought, I would love that.
Have we got any easier questions? Is that alright then? Carry on. Sorry, I thought you were turning your camera off. God, a customer's pond.
Even the location, the outlook from the pond.
Dave down in Essex, the video that I did when I called it the UK's best koi pond. I've watched that.
I remember that one.
Watched it from being fiberglassed, obviously.
Yeah.
Being inside it to going back 3 years or so
Yeah,
ago to do
yeah.
another pond for
I
him, and
remember that.
it has just evolved into something absolutely stunning.
Good.
Whether I wouldn't have the resources, I wouldn't have the money, and I wouldn't have the time to do it. If it could be built instantly and boom, get it just like that, then that would be the pond. But
That would be the pond. I remember that. I saw the video for that one.
it's a belter, isn't it?
Right. Number 4. If you weren't a fiberglasser and you could choose any other profession, what would you fancy doing?
I don't know. I've been doing this so long now. It would have to be something on a self-employed basis because I'd be unemployable these days. I couldn't be doing something where I was told
What to do?
what to do. I've been doing this too long.
So you'd be freelance something.
Something easy. A driver or something. Courier.
We may not get an answer on that. Right.
Courier.
A courier.
Driving
Okay.
around locally.
Yeah. Right. What has been your biggest fiberglassing triumph where you've thought that is a big win?
That one where it was absolutely hammering in with water about 3 years ago down in Gloucester. It should have been impossible to do it, but there are certain tricks.
There are wizardry to get over.
But they are hell. It was a hell job to do with the customer himself
Yeah.
because I fly solo. Well, sorry, Richard helped me out on the first day, and I said, if we can seal the drains, we're good.
Yep.
And then the customer helped out. They literally had a wet and dry vacuum cleaner sucking water out through a hole that we drilled in the fiberglass, the same size as the bore of the vacuum.
Yeah.
Constantly sucking the water out.
Good grief.
Flow coated it, and he customer was instructed to fill that pond
Immediately.
6 hours later.
All right.
Otherwise, it would have just bellied it up off the floor. But that was an achievement. I'll never repeat that experience.
Right. Okay, so question 6. What piece of fiberglassing advice would you give a new pond owner before he puts a spade in the ground and he has to consider the fiberglasser? What would you want him to think about first?
The cover.
A cover. Always down to the cover.
Yeah.
So you've heard it here, people. Think of your fiberglasser, think of that cover.
The better the cover, the better the job. Bottom line.
Yeah. So, question 7. What has been your biggest fiberglassing mistake?
Getting into the trade in the first place.
And you made that mistake 35 years ago.
Biggest mistake. I've made mistakes on jobs, and every one of them, even if it's small, is a big mistake.
Yeah.
It happens. You do so much of it. You do. It's not a numbers game where it's like 1 out of 10 you're going to bollocks up, but you know, you might overlook something, a mistake, something might come away from a pipe that you shouldn't expect, but it's the going back to put it right that you do.
Yeah.
If you make a mistake, thankfully they don't get made that often to justify going back to a job.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Will you still be fiberglassing? Will you have finished, retired, different job?
Retired.
Where do you see yourself?
I'll still be in that oxygen tent of a night after work. In 5 years' time, don't worry about that. I don't know anything else. I don't know any other things that I could get into. I've only got my pond cleaning and servicing kind of thing, you know. But
would you prefer to do less fiberglassing and more pond cleaning?
no.
No. You're happy as you are.
Mm.
Okay. Question 9. Is it easier to fiberglass a pond on your own rather than have assistance from somebody who doesn't know as much as you?
I used to have a guy called Mick help me out. He was a pro GRP guy, pro glasser, and he was good at doing it.
Was it you and Mick that came down to
Yeah,
Leeds?
he was originally.
I've still got photographs of Mick.
He's dead now. Died of a brain tumour recently.
Oh, bless him.
So working with him or the likes of a skilled GRP guy, it can work.
Yeah.
But people have asked me before, why don't I get someone to help me out? It's just that I'm not that good at teaching people things because the frustration level.
Yeah, I get that.
I've told this story on a video where I asked that guy, you know, I demonstrated how to give the fiberglass a kiss with a paper.
Yeah, yeah.
And he completely went against the 2 demonstrations that I showed him. Now that's on the most simple task of all.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to show somebody how to do what
we
do.
No, I see
and
your
get
point.
it right.
I see your point. And for the last question, we're just going to jump back to koi. What is your favourite koi fish?
The chagoi.
The chagoi.
They're friendly ones, aren't they? When I see them in customers' tanks and ponds, you know, the chagoi.
You just fancy the fact that they're a friendly fish.
Mm.
Excellent.
And they get big, don't they, as well?
Yes, they do get big. They do. Right, Matt, that's your 10 in 10. Thank you very much.
Where they're built, you'll see them on the way back to mine.
Yeah.
They're all old barns there.
Oh yeah.
And I knew bats were in there
Right.
because I had a camera in there.
Mhm.
And they took the roofs off. I said, you know there's bats in here, don't you?
big. High and big.
For that tree.
Wow. No, that was fantastic.
And there was two blokes and they were training this bird of prey, got it on his arm.
Okay.
He says, have you got permission to be in here? I said, about as much as you, mate. Anyway, he called the caretaker. And he came out and loomed out of the mist. There's the drone guys, just walked off up there. You would never have seen that again.
No chance. What about?
Come on, your heads.
That's like a round of applause.
Hey, should get a round of applause for finding his drone.
Good that.
Amazing.
Not big enough, are you?
Yeah.
Looks like it's been washed up on a beach.
It's the love.
Happy?
I'm definitely happy.